presentation here for you guys to kick off the day. Um, that's about blockchain for environmental assets. So we're here on the topic of tokenizing assets. And as we all know, ESG is one of the key driving forces of economic empowerment. And I was asked to make this presentation for you guys about environmental assets, how blockchain can solve a lot of problems in the carbon credit industry. I'm also going to invite you guys for a little celebration, which I'm going to announce through this presentation here. So whoever likes beers, beers on me for lunch, and we'll get there. Right? All right. So my name is Alex Nascimento. I co-founded the UCLA Blockchain Lab, where I teach in the blockchain certificate. So I'd like to invite you and any one of your colleagues, if you want to get a certificate on blockchain management, UCLA offers one, and it's available for everyone. You don't need to be a UCLA full-time or part-time student. You can just enroll in online and you get a certificate, and it's 4 courses. I teach a few of those courses there. And I've also been in the space investing since 2016. We have an investment firm. So, as part of the Global Blockchain Business Council, I'm the ambassador for Uruguay. We've been doing a lot of work in Latin America. And what I want to uncover here in the beginning is where does blockchain meets ESG, right? It meets ESG mainly on the driver of energy. Everyone has heard about how Bitcoin uses a lot of energy. It's estimated by the Cambridge study that it's about 135 terawatt hours of electricity per year in the Bitcoin blockchain, which is equal to Norway's electricity consumption or the gold industry for about a year. But as we're evolving, we're seeing other protocols using proof of a stake, like Ethereum, like Celo blockchain, which are reducing the energy consumption drastically by almost 100%, right? So what are environmental assets and why is this important to us here? We all know about climate change. We're here in California, so I believe everyone here believes in climate change, right, and the climate impact that's going on. But environmental assets are in general assets that are generated by a corporation or an organization with the effort of preserving, controlling, or mitigating the events that are happening in climate change, right? And these can be permits, these can be licenses, these can be certifications. So a carbon credit is actually a certification. And why is blockchain so important for the environment and for carbon credits? For those of you who are familiar with carbon credits, what happens is that 2 main firms, Verra and Gold Standard, issues these carbon credits, right? In California, you have the Cal Regi, which is mainly driven by regulatory compliances for companies in California to buy carbon credits that are regulated by the state and offset their carbon footprint. But the idea here is to use blockchains because and with the transparency and with the open source database of blockchains, you can start certifying these new credits and make every transaction of the certification registered on a blockchain. And that democratizes access. It solves a main issue in the carbon credit industry, which is double spending, right? Or selling the same carbon credit more than once. And because of the capabilities of blockchains, it significantly reduces greenwashing mechanisms, and it prevents false claims that a carbon credit was issued or that a forest is there or not. Right? I just want to run some numbers here. We're looking at a major shift and a creation of a new asset class. If you look at ESG and how much money is flowing into ESG, we're looking at about $50 trillion by 2025. And the ETFs that are available today are representing about 4% of the market of ETFs, but capturing 10% of the flow. So there's a lot of money going into ESG. And the next generation is carbon credits being tokenized, right? For those of you not familiar, a carbon credit equals 1 metric ton of carbon that it's captured and not released into the atmosphere, and it allows companies to buy it. So in 1997, the Kyoto Protocol signed up this agreement on how to put out these metrics of issuing carbon credits. And we're seeing a major growth. So just in the past year, the carbon credit market reached $851 billion with a growth of about 164%. So what we're seeing is that there is not going to be enough carbon credits to meet demand, right? And that's where this industry is growing and generating a new asset class. So according to Reuters, about 30 economists or climate change economists were surveyed, and they think that the right price for 1 ton of carbon emission or one carbon credit is about $100, right? The International Monetary Fund says it's about $75. Today, you can buy it for about $3. So it's a whole new economy that's going to be built and probably be built with the use of blockchain. So the announcement that I'm making here today is that together with Salo blockchain and NASDAQ, we're creating the Global Environmental Asset Platform, which will be a unique marketplace with focused in Brazil, which aligns the environmental and economic powers of Brazil becoming one of the largest producers of carbon credits. And we're deploying these carbon credits on the Celo blockchain, who has a mission-aligned infrastructure, and it's a partner of ours, to provide an open source way for people to tokenize their carbon credits, register the carbon credits on the Celo blockchain. And it's going to be compatible with the Celo Real, which is a stable coin pegged to the Brazilian Real and issued on the Celo blockchain. So these are going to be financial assets that are going to be able to be purchased by individuals as well as funds and corporations. So I'm very honored to say here that we received $200,000 from the Celo blockchain to build this infrastructure. So if you're interested in this, please find me throughout the day here. It would be lovely to chat with you guys. It's a NASDAQ-powered matching engine. We're going to have a registry where the tokens are going to be issued, a depository, a liquidation mechanism, which is done in partnership with CERC, the largest credit registered and transfer agent in Brazil, and a connectivity for Celo Real, which is the stable coin on the Celo blockchain. Right? Futurely, we're going to advance into debit cards and credit cards where people are going to actually be able to liquidate their carbon credit and buy a coffee. So some of the things that we're working on is focusing on voluntary carbon credits, because like I said, there's not going to be enough supply of carbon credits to meet demands, right, as we move forward into ESG agendas. So the Global Environmental Asset Platform is looking to trade about $300 million in the first year, next year, and about $700 million in the second year. Retail users are going to be able to buy tokenized carbon credits, and companies will be able to achieve their net zero carbon credit targets. Our partnership with Celo was developed mainly because Celo is a proof of stake blockchain. And as we were talking about, proof of stake blockchains significantly reduce the energy consumption, right? For just as a pinpoint, on the Celo blockchain, you can emit 7 million transactions with just one carbon credit. Right? So 7 million transactions equals 1 ton of natural carbon consumed in the Celo blockchain. So today, they already offsetted over 2,200 tons of carbon credits and are offsetting another almost 5,000. So we got this grant from the Climate Collective team. I would like to thank Nirvan and his team out there for issuing this grant to us. And Climate Collective, I welcome you guys to research it because the community-driven effort to fight climate change by tokenizing trees and forests. So if that's something that interests you, I'll be more than happy to share more information. Uh, and here are two gifts. One is the book that we use at UCLA. So if you're interested in learning more, this is a non-technical book. You can download the book using the code STO book dash blockchain X code North America or NA. And furthermore, I would like to invite all you guys for a round of beer, sponsored by Celo, to celebrate the Global Environmental Asset Platform and the grant that we got by the bar at the lobby of the hotel around lunchtime. Just come find me. I'll buy you a beer so we can celebrate and hopefully reduce carbon emission and being able to tokenize forestations and trees throughout the world utilizing the Celo technology. Thank you very much. Here is my information. If you can't find me at the bar buying you a beer, you can send me an email or find me on LinkedIn or hit me on Instagram. Thank you very much.